Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the wild world of prepping. Being prepared isn't about living in fear, it's about taking control and being resourceful. We'll explore the top reasons why preppers prep, from natural disasters to economic downturns, whether you're seasoned or new. Discover why being prepared is the ultimate survival skill. Let's dive in.
We've all seen the headlines: hurricanes ripping through coastlines, earthquakes shaking the ground beneath our feet, wildfires turning forests to ash. These natural disasters can strike with terrifying speed and leave a trail of devastation in their wake. Preppers understand the importance of respecting nature's power and preparing for its fury. Having a plan, securing supplies, and knowing how to react in a crisis can mean the difference between weathering the storm and being swept away by it.
Economic downturns, recessions, even depressions, these aren't just abstract concepts, they're real-world scenarios that can impact every aspect of our lives. Jobs can disappear, prices can skyrocket, and access to essential goods can become a struggle. Preppers understand the importance of financial preparedness. Having an emergency fund, diversifying income streams, and acquiring essential skills that can be valuable in a barter-based economy. Just like in the wild, resourcefulness and adaptability are key to weathering any storm.
We live in a world where microscopic enemies can spread like wildfire, causing widespread illness and disrupting our lives in unimaginable ways. Preppers understand the importance of being prepared for these invisible threats. Having a stockpile of essential medical supplies, understanding basic hygiene and sanitation practices, and knowing how to isolate effectively can help protect you and your loved ones when a pandemic strikes.
We rely on electricity like oxygen. It powers our homes, our communication, our way of life. But what happens when the grid goes down? Natural disasters, cyber attacks, or system failures can plunge us into darkness. Preppers don't fear the dark, they embrace it to test their self-reliance. Backup power generators and non-electric tools ensure life goes on, even when the lights go out.
We live in a complex world, and sometimes tensions boil over. Protests and riots can erupt with little warning, disrupting daily life and creating uncertainty. Preppers know we can't control others, but we can control our preparedness. Having an evacuation plan, conflict de-escalation skills, and self-protection are essential.
We live in a globalized world, interconnected by intricate supply chains, but what happens when those chains break? Disasters and instability can disrupt essential goods, leaving shelves bare. Preppers know self-reliance is a necessity. Stockpiling ensures you can weather supply chain disruptions. The threat of nuclear disaster might seem like a relic of the Cold War, but the danger still exists. Preppers know that knowledge and preparation can offer control in the face of the unthinkable. Having a plan, understanding radiation, and knowing decontamination can make a life-saving difference.
We live in a digital age where our lives are increasingly intertwined with technology. Cyber attacks on critical infrastructure can cripple communication networks, disrupt financial systems, and plunge our interconnected world into chaos. Having offline backups of important data, knowing how to communicate without relying on the internet, and understanding the basics of cybersecurity can help you stay connected and informed, even when the digital world goes dark.
The world can be a dangerous place, and acts of terrorism, driven by hate and extremism, can strike anywhere, at any time. Preppers understand that while we can't live in fear, we can be prepared to face the unthinkable. Having a plan for dealing with a terrorist attack, knowing how to recognize and avoid suspicious activity, and possessing basic first aid and self-defense skills can empower you to act decisively and protect yourself and others in a crisis.
Imagine a world without electricity. No lights, no phones, no internet. Preppers understand that an EMP event could send us back to the Stone Age in the blink of an eye. Having Faraday cages to protect electronic devices, alternative energy sources like solar panels, and non-electric tools and appliances can help you maintain a semblance of normalcy in a world suddenly devoid of its technological crutches.
Water is life, a simple truth we often take for granted until it's gone. Droughts, contamination, or infrastructure failures can quickly turn this precious resource into a scarce commodity, threatening our health and survival. Preppers understand that access to clean water is non-negotiable. Having a plan for collecting, purifying, and storing water is essential. In a world facing increasing population and unpredictable climate patterns, food security is no longer a given. Preppers understand that being able to feed yourself and your family is the cornerstone of self-reliance. Building up a stockpile of non-perishable food, learning how to grow your own food, and developing skills like hunting, fishing, or foraging can mean the difference between sustenance and starvation when the conventional food supply runs dry. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns. Preppers understand that being prepared for personal emergencies means taking responsibility for their own well-being. Having a well-stocked first aid kit, knowing basic first aid and CPR, and having a plan in place for handling medical emergencies, job loss, or family crises can empower you to act as your own first responder when every second counts.
The Earth's climate is naturally changing, and the consequences are being felt around the world. Preppers understand that climate change is not a distant threat, it's a reality we must adapt to. Whether it's relocating to higher ground, investing in renewable energy sources, or learning how to grow food in changing climate conditions, preppers are at the forefront of adapting to a planet in flux.
The threat of biological warfare, though terrifying, is a grim reality. Preppers understand that while we hope for the best, we must prepare for the worst. Having a stockpile of N95 masks, understanding the importance of proper hygiene and sanitation, and knowing how to recognize the signs and symptoms of common biological agents can help protect you and your loved ones in the event of a biological attack. Accidents happen, and in a world reliant on industrial processes, the risk of chemical spills is ever present. Preppers understand that knowledge is power when it comes to chemical spills. Knowing how to identify common hazardous materials, having access to gas masks and protective clothing, and understanding evacuation procedures can help you avoid exposure and protect yourself and your family in the event of a chemical accident. They might seem harmless, but invasive species, plants, animals, or insects that are not native to an ecosystem can wreak havoc on the environment, agriculture, and human health. Knowing how to identify and report invasive species, practicing responsible land management, and supporting local conservation efforts can help prevent the spread of these unwelcome guests and preserve the delicate balance of our natural world. Governments are not infallible. Preppers understand that in times of crisis, self-reliance and community support become paramount. Having a plan for self-governance, establishing strong community ties, and possessing the skills and resources to provide for yourself and your neighbors can help maintain order and ensure survival when traditional systems of governance crumble.
Financial crises, stock market crashes, currency devaluations, bank failures can strike with the force of a hurricane, wiping out savings, disrupting businesses, and leaving people feeling vulnerable and uncertain about the future. Having an emergency fund, diversifying income streams, investing in tangible assets like precious metals, and learning valuable skills that can be bartered or traded can help you weather the economic storm and emerge stronger on the other side.
Personal safety threats, home invasions, burglaries, assaults, are an unfortunate fact of life. Securing your home, learning self-defense, practicing situational awareness, and having a safety plan can protect you and your loved ones. Remember, it's not about living in fear. It's about being prepared and confident in handling life.
So there you have it, the top 20 reasons why preppers prep. From natural disasters to economic downturns, from pandemics to personal safety threats, we've covered a lot of ground. Just like venturing into the wild, prepping requires knowledge, planning, and a healthy dose of grit. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more informative content on preparedness and survival. Stay safe and stay prepared.